Keepsake, for example, makes it ridiculously easy to frame favorite photos. Just choose a photo that you select the perfect frame, and you'll have your favorite frame delivered, ready to go. Download the free Keepsake, for example, start framing.
We all believe in vision, bringing textile manufacturing back to America. We're taking the best fibers our farm can produce, spinning it at one location, heating it, and finally into a patent zone product.
There's value in buying American.
We want our customers to feel how special this product is, like they open it up.
Go to redlandcotton.com and save 20%. Watch 20.
I had 8 UTI. This started me and my partner Spencer. One Euphoria. Euphoria makes us back.
Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, June the 19th. July the 19th, not June. July. How's everybody doing? I hope doing well. Everybody's got their plans for the day.
Restore my community. Long Beach March work is are also concentrated double the cleaning power of other locations, and they're literally going to change your life.
Get your large box of Clean Boss Laundry Smart Sheets for just $19.99. Now, the second one for 50% off. Stock up now while supplies last. Call or visit.
We have an Algoma ship upbound right now. It's the Algoma Niagara. Hey, good morning, Ed. How are you? Brenda, good morning, Brenda. How are you? Good.
In their investigation, shows the driver may have lost consciousness, rode to a taco cart, and then ran into a large crowd outside of a club in East Hollywood. Officials say at least 3 people are now in critical condition. 6 are in serious condition, 19 fair condition. According to the Los Angeles Fire Department, one person had a gunshot And there were couple of reports that the driver was actually the one who had that gunshot wound to his person or her person before this all unfolded. It took place near the intersection of Santa Monica Boulevard and Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles. It was around 2 a.m.
Yes, Ed, I know. They're gonna have the tall ships down there. It's always good to see the big tall wooden ships with the big tall masts. Usually they're three masters, could be a two master, but a three master usually. Actually, sometimes four. Sometimes they got three masts on the front and a mast off just behind the pilot, where the pilot sits, the cockpit.
The presidential campaign on December 8, 2016, likewise stated, quote, he had said that Russian and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting malicious cyber activities against election infrastructure. Criminal activity also failed to reach the scale and sophistication necessary to change election outcomes. On November 9, 2016, Obama White House held a National Security Council Principals Committee meeting on a sensitive topic. It included then GNI James Clapper, John Brennan, CIA Director, Susan Wright, was National Security Advisor.
Good morning, happy little drawings.
It was not personally involved. Tulsi Gabbard is pointing to the
Joel, Brenda, Edward. Everybody's here. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. I greatly appreciate you guys coming in. Goma Niagara is headed out into the lake. Looks a little hazy. Well, what I don't know is whether the lens on that camera is completely clear or not, as it's mounted on the side of the building and they twist it mechanically. But I don't know how often somebody gets up there and actually buffs off the cover.
These actions were taken. Accountability in there.
Be right back, guys. Stay.
Respected by those who may be Democrats or Republicans. This is literally what is at stake here. So we are
Sorry to interrupt. I'll go to Niagara.
to the justice for the purpose of accountability and action. No one.
I'll go to Niagara. Just up at 1 and 2. Maybe 3.5 hours to Goderich.
This must be accountability.
Note the word reasonance. It doesn't matter who you are and
Roger, my guys will bring up those, hold on, for additional for a dub out, just take it off.
And so we'll see what happens. And I think you're right. I think this is,
Yeah, it's kind of chilly here. I'm not used to that.
you know, every
The
you guys
Our show.
just gonna check over here and see if anybody else is live right now.
So, you know, I don't want to hear you complaining from them when Trump.
are you talking about change order?
Yes, and others are not testifying for her.
Yes.
And here you have a situation where actual, the highest ranked intelligence officials in our country lie and perpetrating this. They should be charged with crimes, and it's in Attorney General Pam Bondi's hands, as Tulsi Gabbard said just a minute ago. And it shouldn't just be them. There should also be congressional hearings. James Comey, John Brennan in particular, he said to Congress versus what they now know they knew behind closed doors.
Can you imagine? You're Donald Trump. You just got elected into office. You're just trying to figure out government. You're trying to in 2016. You're just trying to and you're just trying to make good on all the decisions everybody who elected you. And you have this law, which you know, as much as he got done in the 2016 term and that in his first term, he hampered so much. We were hampered as Americans by this coup, by this investigation.
Jonathan, good morning.
Stuff like handing out in football, next cheeseburger, and owner, the decider, it's decided, you know what? After 77 years, a California icon joint, we're picking up and getting out of town because of the policies of California Burger, Gap, Yusuf, sad to say.
And Franklin. So there's great things about California.
Here comes Mark White. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul.
How are you doing today?
Oh, it's miserable. It's raining like mad.
Oh, is it? We're supposed to get rain later today, but
It's still 20 degrees, but it's
it's
raining.
well, it's only 64 degrees here.
hmm
64 Fahrenheit.
I'm not sure what 20 degrees is. Hang on while I look. 65 with 87% humidity. Well, it would be. It's raining.
Are you okay?
You can't walk on the street night. You know, that means you're in a third world country. You know, I would say to you that California really is, you know, I have lived in third world
Yeah,
countries, and
I have.
these countries are very, very rich people, by the way, who can afford their own private security around their home, and very, very poor people. And that is what is happening in California. It is becoming a third world country, the middle class, the kind of people, you know, who could, you know, work a job, maybe in and out as a manager, and have a family and a home. It's impossible. It's impossible. So these corporations have to get out of town.
And you know, the divide between super wealthy, protected, and communists.
Yeah.
Communism.
What inspired me after the whole
Yeah, the smoke still fills the air periodically. I can always tell when it's an East Coast flow or southwest or westerly, northwesterly flow of air. It gets so much more murky.
Mm.
We'll have a look at the moment in the moment at the tailor the tape between our two in the last group. But before we do, the man alongside me today, someone who comes from the USA in 2022. Where is he with this game right now? We know he's been a little away from his desk in recent times. How are you liking our results in this present moment? For the last couple of days, I mean, obviously we've talked about statistically speaking.
Well, one of the guys in the Open just got a hole in one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 190 odd yard hole.
He's one of the great pundits in the world when he gets on. So I kind of felt like I saw that look in his eye, feel comfortable out there. I never really think he can go close this look. It is the game around the in recent times, Ryan playing in the elevator from not being really quite frustrated with what he's been doing, to being back to his best again. What a way that was to win USA with country. But now Nicky Bits following your footstep. That is a long time. Great moments for you, your creative wins. The last came in 1992. An Englishman, in spite of all of the great English players since you, not that you might have even inspired to be as good as they are. No open champion. Still waiting. You know, we should have guys in there, but it's like
Hey, Mark, do you suppose that all of those uh, short videos on YouTube or on the internet having to do with robots is real or not?
No, I don't think they are, to be honest. I think it's all AI stuff.
AI stuff, okay, because that's it's like, oh my God, it's like they got these girls on here, they just act almost real,
Yeah.
did you know
you know, it just goes to show that not maybe towards the end of my lifetime, but if you're a young kid today, I don't know if you could believe anything you see anymore.
Yeah. I reckon they will probably get there before much longer, but they're not there yet.
Be where they are, first and second, and 9 under. When you look at the breakdown there, Greg, but also taking the fact that your front foot bottom, you know the test of this golf course inside out. What do you like in terms of how they are scoring here in terms of numbers? What did you think? I think they understand.
You kind of change.
Jealous that I have a different set of parents because I got to get away with everything. But it made my parenting because Kathleen often accused me of being Santa Claus while she has to be the
You know, they show all these videos of them being cocktail waitresses and all kinds of things. You know, it's just like unbelievable. You know, they're blinking their eyes, they're smiling.
With an absolute forecast. Okay, we've touched on those two at the top. Let's just open it up before we get back out to the golf course here. There are some other big names, exciting players with an opportunity, and from our shores as well. We've got an Englishman in Cyril Hatton, we've got a Scotsman in Bob McIntyre, and maybe making a case for who you think has a better opportunity. Both those guys, and two of them really good historical, really good. Doesn't overshape the ball. Really can't. I would say, you know, it's very great.
Yeah, the air of smoke is in the scent of smoke is in the air periodically here, but I would imagine the further east or west you go, the heavier the smell of smoke would be.
Few players that are ready and capable of making the next step. That is for being great champions of the game, to be major champions like yourself. And who is more likely out of those two? Yeah, to me, the player, Cyril is very animated player as we watch him. You know, hit shots. He's actually very shy, kind of quiet, quietly confident. Hits the ball incredibly straight. You see a lot of ball shapers in the world now.
Yep, I agree with you, Happy, because it's
In between those players and the guys at the top.
it just seems like more and more every year goes by, we get more and more into it, and and now they're selling robots, female robots online. You know. You know, they're talking about having a female robot partner. Well, that's all well and good, but it's programmed however you want it to be programmed. It doesn't have an individuality of its own accord, you know.
They're abusing human beings here.
Alligator Alcatraz, and now Florida Democrats are looking to shut it down. Using the so-called no cages in the Everglades South. That will
Here comes Ed. Hello, Ed. How are things going with you? I haven't seen or heard from you in a while.
Morning, Ed.
Good morning, everybody.
How have you been?
Good. And you guys?
Busy doing
Not too
cement
bad.
work?
Did the wedding, was it last weekend?
Yeah, the wedding was last weekend. Everything went good.
Good.
Lots of fun. Yes. So how's things with you guys?
It's kind of chilly here. How's the weather there? What's the temperature?
Here is 17. Good morning, Mr. Joe.
So that's chilly then, right?
Yeah, if you say so. We're used to this weather.
What's
Yeah.
up, Ed?
Not much. How you doing, Mr. Joe?
I'm still alive.
You still having a hard time sleeping at night, Joe?
Woke up at 1 o'clock. Woke up at 1 o'clock, went back to bed at 2 o'clock, woke up at 6 o'clock.
Oh, that
That's not-
didn't finish. That didn't finish till 2 o'clock here anyway.
Loki, stop. They're hearing people walking out there, they're barking for an hour. I got a delivery coming, I don't know, within the next hour. Gotta keep an eye on that. Yeah, actually, it says it's on its way.
Is that your V-copter?
No, the delivery from Walmart.
Oh,
Come on, Paul.
a home delivery. Okay.
Yeah,
Groceries.
it might be here.
Brenda said she's sorry, Ed. She didn't realize the wedding was last weekend. She thought it was today.
No, it was last Saturday. Went pretty good. That was all nice and
I saw you, man. You cleaned up good, man.
yeah.
He was out there going,
Doing the
Yeah.
whole
Clean up.
deal, huh?
Only cried twice.
hey, like my leg there. Look at that. Look.
Yep.
You see that bandage on the leg?
Yep.
Man, you got
that for
nice
about another 3 weeks.
guys. Don't take this the wrong way, but Joe has nice, sexy legs. But don't take this the wrong way. Eh? I don't swing that way, Joe. But
Now I know I'm going to shave. I tell you what, though, the best thing that happened was I was wearing compression socks that I've had when I had my first bypass. They'll still fit me and everything, but they were tight. And I had a bag of compression socks in the back that I bought. I forgot about that were copper fit compression socks. So when I took the one off the other day, it actually rubbed the skin and started to blister the skin. Just because it's so tight, right? So I said, well, I can't do this shit. I got to wear them. Got to find a way to do this. So what I did was I put a Band-Aid on it. Then I saw that bag of them. And I said, let me try one of these. Because I have about 3 different kinds. So I tried the new copper fit. That sucker fits so perfect. I mean, I got them on. I mean, I put them on when I first get up in the morning. Just that one leg, the opposite leg, right? And it keeps that leg down the same size as this leg, so I got compression on both now. So I'm gonna have to start wearing these things.
Well, you know, it's whatever works, Joe.
Well, yeah, the doctors are telling me wear them, you know, and I'm gonna have to. It's all this period.
How's your wound coming though? It's healing properly? Everything's good?
Oh yeah, they said it's not even not oozing out anything anymore. No drainage. So they said the last little piece, I still have like 30 staples.
Oh,
That'll be taken care of Monday morning. They'll take most of those out. But the last thing they showed me, the last thing we did on yesterday, she said it looks like it's about 98% grafted already. She
nice.
said the only problem is as long as it sticks, it's sticking. It's still gonna take a couple of months for it to heal right. But shoot, I've been walking on it without the walker. You know, so that's even the best thing. I know I can.
And complex for energy. Get one that now on antibiotics.
At Omaha Steaks, serves differently. We take a prune steak, alternative round burger.
And for those of you who are wondering, it's very, very high smoke here.
Wow.
For the last couple of days, it's been really bad.
Does that cause any breathing problems or nasal or?
For some people, yeah, I would think so.
Hey, I printed this last night, Paul. Paul, I printed that last night.
Oh yeah, you didn't. The center
Oh,
didn't
that's
pop
nice.
out. Huh?
And that's just a plaque, right?
Yeah.
Boy, did it come out nice. It's raised, the letters are raised and everything.
That's
I woke up and watched it the way it was printed, and the colors were not printing right. It was all over the place. I was saying, what the hell are you putting red there? Why are you putting black there? And it just kept doing all of that. Then I thought about it. I said, it's layering it to where it fit right. It was just using, I mean, it went white all the way up to where the lettering starts, the color starts. And when it got to the colors, like I said, the middle red was black for a long time. Then all of a sudden they started layering the red over it. And the middle, the anchor, hemoglobin anchor was black. Then they started putting the yellow in to keep the black like line. So they knew what it was doing, but it just was. I said, let me let it go. I said, I'll see what it does. But I'm going to thin it down. This is at 11 millimeters. I got it down to 7 millimeters, so it won't be as thick anymore. But that's nice.
That's cool.
It came out. It's raised. I could probably make that smaller and make it into a coaster. Just by
That's really nice.
changing
Well,
the size.
you probably could make it into a clock.
That's what I was thinking. They've got a clock out there, but I like this better. Make this a clock, and then put captain bars right here in the corner on the
Yeah.
sides, and have be send it to my son. But it's something to play with, you know. I'm going to use that, but I'm going to make it thinner. I'm not going to make it a stick.
Do you think you'll have if you make it thinner? Do you think you'll have an issue with it crumbling or whatever?
Oh no, no, because it's got like 20% infill, so it's thick enough and it's solid enough. I'm just going to take some of that width off
Okay.
because it's at 11 millimeters right now, and I've got it down to 7. I'm even thinking about going to 6.
Okay.
If I cut that size in half, it'll be nice. It'll be lighter and everything else, but there's no hole in the back to put it anywhere. Nothing in the back to put it anywhere.
Would you have to Velcro it to the wall or something, or?
Well, I was thinking double-sided tape, like, because they got a double-sided tape with a little cushion on it. Stop walking, man. but I was trying to put it in Tinkercad to put a hole there. And I can't get Tinkercad to work with anything right now. It won't load anything I try to put in it. And that's since I got the bamboo. I wanted the bamboo file, won't go on Tinkercad. And all my files converted to bamboo. So I'm gonna have to take that off.
Okay.
Let me see if my packages are here. Yeah, I think so.
What do they do? Just drop it someplace or what?
Yeah, I'm driving by the door. Will you stop? Yeah, they just put them down.
Sorry, I have the mic off. They're talking in the background a little bit loud.
Jonathan. He always wants to know what's good, family.
Hey, what's up there, Jonathan? Yeah, just I watched him on doorbell just now. Put all the stuff down, take the picture, and walk off. So I'll go get it now.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan. JJ. Look, Paul, this is what happens when you have kids. One gets married. My youngest one just passed her license last week.
So you gotta buy her a car. What kind of car you thinking about getting her?
She's getting today. Actually, we're gonna go pick it up at 10 o'clock. It's a 2025 Chevy Cruze, the Chevy Trax SUV.
Oh, truck. Okay.
He might
Cool.
be getting
Brand new. Oh, grief.
Yep, brand new off the lot. Yeah.
You got too much money.
Oh,
Well, you won't have after today, but
yeah, it's only 30. It was 28 with the taxes. It came to 36.
I get used to this, man.
For an
Oh,
SUV.
All the stuff just brought to me, I get used to this.
Bring it to the door. That's what I do. I have everything delivered.
Look at this.
For an SUV,
About 7 bags.
a
Yep.
decent price.
what was that, Mark?
I said for an SUV, that's not a bad price.
No, it's not. No.
I mean, if you bought that in America, you'd probably be talking double that.
Yeah, and it's brand new off the lot. I'll take pictures. We're gonna go pick it up. We did all
No,
the
is
paperwork.
is it 4-wheel drive?
No, all wheel, front wheel. drive.
2-wheel. Okay.
Yeah.
All wheel. Okay.
No, two-wheel drive. Front
2-wheel drive. Okay. What color did you get?
She got
Blue.
blue. Yeah.
Interior is
I haven't seen the insides.
I was going to say, is it vinyl or cloth?
No idea, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we did all the paperwork over the phone, and now today we're gonna go pick it up, right out of the showroom. So
Good. So they're going to license it and everything, give you temporary?
yeah, we're gonna get insurance on it and everything. Yeah. Because they won't let you take the car without insurance.
Mm.
And the good thing here is, I don't know about that down there, down the States, when you buy a car, we don't have to pay for the taxes. It's already included in the price.
Yeah, they include it in our prices too. They don't add it on after.
Yeah, it's
So
one
that-
thing about here, everything is plus tax,
Mm.
plus tax, plus shipping, you know, plus handling.
Mm. Oh, I just got a new battery charger today, a digital one for me. Does double A's, treble A's, and 18650s, which is what I wanted it for.
Ah,
And it
what
shows
I
it.
what I'm waiting for in battery chargers is somebody's going to figure out how to charge existing batteries, not rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, it's difficult to do that.
You know, so then you could have a battery charger that does everything. Doesn't make a difference what battery you stick in there; it's going to charge it. You know.
Mm. Yeah, you try that, you're likely to blow the house up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this shows the voltage of each battery, the amps that it's drawing to charge it, and how charged it is. So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
quite happy with it. It's better than the old one I had that just had a little red LED that went on when you put it in and got dimmer when it charged.
Right.
So it just gives you the choice of the battery, like if it's a lithium or.
It just automatically senses what battery you put in.
Oh, cool.
Mm. And it does 4 at a time.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to go manual. And
Yes.
Cool.
It says at the moment that they're drawing 4 volts and half an amp.
Does it tell you like from empty to full out how many hours it would take?
No, it don't tell you time, no.
Because I got one in my basement for my RC cars, like to charge up the batteries, and as soon as you plug it in, it tells you like 3 hours or 4 hours.
Yeah,
Mm.
my cell phone's like that. It says full charge in like an hour or 20 minutes or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
No.
Uh, 4.08 volts, half an amp.
I tell you, Paul, I get used to that.
Oh yeah, I.
Oh, it does.
It just makes it so much easier for them to bring it to your door. You know.
Well, I like going to the store. I don't mind going, but like right now, I don't want to try.
It does.
And it was so much easier just putting what I wanted, exactly what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing you got to be careful. I don't know down there, but down here is the fruit. Like if you order fruit, they don't
Well, I
sit
ordered
there and check.
the
They
frozen.
just grab.
Yeah, the only thing I ordered was the frozen bag. You know, so I wasn't worried about that. It's a 4-pound bag of frozen fruit.
Mhm.
Because I'll eat that at nighttime, and it keeps me away from eating sweets and all that crap. But I bought the 2 boxes of cereal I usually buy. I bought eggs. I got milk. I normally don't buy milk. I buy it at the dollar store, the whole milk that you don't have to put in the refrigerator. Because I don't use milk a lot. But I'm gonna start eating cereal in the morning instead of eating everything else just to get that roughage.
you mean you don't put milk in the fridge?
No, I mean, you do after you open it, but it's the whole milk. You buy at the dollar store, $1.25, and it's a quart of milk, right?
Mhm.
And you can leave that thing in the pantry for over a year until you open
What?
it. When you open it, you got to refrigerate it.
Oh, it's
What?
long life milk. Yeah,
Yeah, it's whole milk. It's
it's
a
not
different
whole.
kind of process.
It's pasteurized rather than
Yes.
sterilized. Oh no, it's sterilized rather than
Yeah,
pasteurized.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I started drinking that in Hawaii because we had a problem with the milk in Hawaii. They were spraying chemicals on the pineapple plants, and they were feeding the tops of the pineapple plants to the cows, and the chemicals were getting into the milk, and people were getting sick. And I was sick. Everybody was sick over there. You could feel different, you know. So they started shipping all this stuff in from Geisner milk, and I started drinking that, and I liked the taste of it better. But I just bought a gallon just now. I was gonna buy half a gallon. I just bought the gallon of milk because I said I'll drink it. I'd rather drink the milk.
Yeah.
I'll probably throw most of it away.
Long life
should-
isn't too bad. Sterilized is pretty horrible.
Well, the
But
one that I get
I
it tastes
prefer-
real good. It's real creamy and
I prefer fresh milk. Just homogenized.
yeah, that's what I got right now.
Mm.
But that was nice. I mean, I had a window between 8 and 10 o'clock. 8:28, he showed up. The guy watched him on the doorbell. Came out, put everything down, took a picture of it, and walked off.
Yeah,
It's
they
nice.
don't. Our worst one that we have is one of them brings it in baskets, not bags, and he'll bring the basket to the door, and you've got to have your own bags to put them in to take them into the house.
Wow. Nah, they just put them in plastic bag.
They're like
Yep.
the bread baskets. They just bring them to the door in them.
Well, they were all in plastic bags he just dropped off, but he carried up a bin. He was holding a big bin like that, and he put it down and took everything out of it. So he had everything in that one bin.
Yeah, I think that's Asda that do that, which is
Yeah,
your
I mean,
one.
So they had
that is
so-
he had all the bags in a bin, and
Yeah.
that's what they put.
he had a gallon of milk, 2 things of cereal,
Yeah.
a can of chili mac Campbell soup, a can of sausage and gumbo soup, the gravy, country gravy, the eggs, the fruit, what else? Cheese. It was like
Bananas.
$35 worth of stuff. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh, sausage. The country sausage they eat in the morning. The bags like Jimmy Dean sausage.
Yep.
Banquet puts them out, and I get the Vermont maple flavor. I was down to 2 of them, so I bought a bag of those with it. But now I can make my regular breakfasts. I did something the other day, and Justin's not on, right? I don't
No.
want him to hear this. The other day, I wanted some grits, and I went in the cabinet to make them, and I looked at my son had left a couple of bags of instant grits. I made instant grits.
Was it
I
good?
must, oh, no. No true Southerner eats instant grits.
Well, I've just had
It hit the spot. It did what because I'm getting nauseated because of the medicine. It did what it was supposed to do, but it tastes like shit.
yeah,
It tasted gritty. Let's put it that way. Not like my grits.
I've just had
True
instant
Southerner
porridge.
always eats real grits. Hey, Sunstar Edward,
Christmas
Brenda,
flavour
Jonathan.
instant porridge. Like cinnamon and allspice flavored porridge. It was quite nice actually.
Well, you know what I want to get? And I should have got some. I thought about it after I placed the order. I want cream of wheat. I like cream of wheat. You make the cream of wheat up, you get it all in, you put a little bit pad of butter in there, get that butter in the middle, then you sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar.
Well, they have that at
You know, brown
Walmart,
sugar.
don't they?
Oh yeah, I forget to buy it though.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know, you get out there, I go out there, I got certain things I buy all the time. You know, it's like, and every once in a while I'll go off the beaten path. And when I go off the beaten, if I got a list, I keep to it. Well, I don't have a list, I'm in trouble.
Hey Eddie, it does. It says 83%, 8 minutes left.
What's that
Yeah.
for?
You
Battery
got a
charge-
new battery charger.
Okay.
I've just put 4 18650s in it to charge them up, and they were already charged to a point. And I put them in, and it says they draw in 4 volts, 4.08 volts, half an amp. The 83% charged.
Why you want?
You can scroll. It takes 4 batteries. You scroll through the information.
Lose your mind?
So I'm even happier with it now.
Yeah.
I think that
Does
dog
it have-
lost his mind just now.
Does it have?
What's the dog doing?
He's laying by my leg, right? I turn over, move a little bit, my bad leg, right? That sucker growled and grabbed my leg. You lost your mind or something? Huh? You stop it too. He actually went "Arr," and bit on my leg. Are you crazy? Man, I'll kick you down the hallway. He's looking at me like I didn't mean to do it. And it was like as soon as I touched him, he went "Arr," and he just kind of hit it with his mouth.
In other words, like a dog's warning type of thing.
Well, he does that. If he's laying there and you touch him, he'll go. "Arr, arr, arr, arr." He's always done that, right? He, like I said, I've only been bitten by 2 dogs in my lifetime, and we raised dogs, German Shepherds. We trained them. One of them was that dog just now. He got me when he was about 6 weeks old and drew blood. And then the
really?
other one, Cleo, the other one right here, Cleo, was sound asleep, and I touched her, and she turned around and bit me.
Really?
And when she bit me, she let go, looked up at me, and went, "Oh shit!" Put her head down like that. And I looked at it, and I said, "Look at this." I had blood on my finger because she was little and they had those pin teeth.
Yep.
But Logie got me good at he was about 12 weeks old. I said, "Stop doing that." And I grabbed at him, and he went "Arr," and grabbed me on my thing, caught me right here. And I had teeth marks. He got put in the cage. He was in jail for about 2 days.
I just got a news break. Israel and Syria reportedly agree to a ceasefire.
Hey, I know. They're gonna.
Israel
Syria.
back in Syria. Israel,
Who's Syria?
they're having problems with Iraq, not Syria.
Yeah, it was, they got another thing going on we don't know about?
Well, I think the Houthis are still over there in Syria.
I thought they were, yeah, it might be. They got a few Hooters here too. Just a little. I have never been to a Hooters, you know that?
Do they still have them? We used to have one here, and it closed up.
We got a few.
We have one here.
I think we got one in Metairie left. I've never been to one. I've never been to a Twin Peaks either. Twin Peaks supposed to be better than Hooters. I have been to Walk-Ons. Walk-Ons was a little sports board they did. LSU people from LSU started, and they're all over the place. That was the one my daughter used to be the bartender at. And I used to sit at the end of the bar where the girls came right next to me. And that was my spot because nobody would bother me right there. I had nobody to my left to bother me. It was just the girls. And there were always pretty girls there, you know. And they're over 18. That was even better. Yeah. And everybody knew me as Brittany's dad. So I was well taken care of.
Israel's fighting with the whole region. Good morning, Recovery.
Hi, Dre.
Hey, Dre, what's up?
Hey, Dre.
Oh, is it supposed to be?
Bill, the drone reviewer, he has a thing. He says, "Well, it's July. It's almost 100 degrees. Walmart should be putting out Christmas stuff now any day."
It was his birthday a couple of days ago.
Yeah. But he's right. He's absolutely right. Walmart should be putting them out.
No, they've got Halloween first.
Well, last year they had Christmas trees up before they put Halloween. I remember that.
Are you pretty much ready, Derek?
Here comes Dre.
Raymond Crawford, Sergeant USMC.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, let me get my mic.
Morning, Dre.
There we go.
Morning. Morning, sir.
Hey, we know you knew this. We're all right.
You know,
We've been taking lessons from Johnny.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least your mic sounds better than Justin's.
Justin's or Lance, that's for sure.
Justin, I always like this. Justin thought his mic's about this loud all the time, just like this. All you could hear. He said, "Hey, what's good?" So
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Hey,
he's so
hey,
low.
Joe.
I mean, you must put it on 2 or something. You got to ram it up, Justin.
Hey, Joe,
Mhm.
did you get your funny looking the drone helicopter?
Me? No, not yet. Shoot, I'm not ever getting it. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Dre didn't
Everybody-
even order one, I don't think.
Oh no.
Dre didn't know that.
I was with the first one that came out, what, five years ago it was when the first V-copter came out.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about it, but then when I saw the specs, I said
Yeah.
the camera system was no better than the original Mavic Pro. And I said, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't add to anything,
No, it isn't a step up.
No, it wasn't a step up.
No.
I'm like,
There's
why
nothing
waste
wrong
my
with the
time?
Mavic Pro.
Well,
No,
only
it's
reason
not
I
wrong
got
with
it.
Mavic Pro.
Yeah, I just got it for the novelty of it. I want it for the price.
And that was about it, Joe. Was a Mavic. I mean, I
Yeah.
like the concept, the 2-prop system. It is unique, and I'm looking for efficiency of the system. I mean, and my thing is, it got my curiosity piqued up because it reminded me of the Osprey.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe this will do this and do that. But like I say, it was designed to be a hobbyist drone.
right.
That's what it was designed for.
Well,
That's
the
it.
good news about this one, it does 4K 60. It's got a
Mhm.
night mode, and Johnny's been hitting. It looks pretty good. But
Yeah,
it's still,
I've seen
still a
Johnny's
hobbyist
pictures.
drone.
Yeah, I've
But
seen
the
Johnny's
one
pictures.
drawback, we both got yellow, both of us.
Mhm.
And as soon as you put it up in there, every bird wants it.
Yeah, I saw him say that the birds like it too. And I'm thinking maybe because I don't know, maybe because the yellow
Look like a little
color is
parakeet.
something. Yeah, I'm thinking does it remind him of a rival bird or a we call I won't say victim, but
It will be a victim.
yeah, will be a victim. I'm looking for the other word prey. Does it
Well,
look
I'm gonna make sure
like a prey?
I'm gonna put a strobe on the top of that joker.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Good morning, Corey.
whenever the birds come near mine, and I put a strobe on all of them now, on
Yeah.
the top, and I blink them, and the birds will come up, get close to it, and get away from it.
Right.
That blinking
Right.
makes them move.
Right.
It's better if it's red, because red to a bird is a warning. So
Oh,
if
there
you
you
have
go.
if you have it blinking with the red strobe, that would be better.
Well, good morning, Jonathan and Sunstar and Edward and who's happy little
Corey
drone?
Mano's here.
Corey
Jonathan's
Mano
there, and Corey.
and Skyfly Network. We go back up here.
80,000?
Joe
180,000
Wool.
Canadian.
Okay.
Happy little drawing or whatever it is.
Corey
She-
says, anyone need a job, FPV drone systems engineer? It pays 80 to $180,000 Canadian a year.
Mhm.
That's about $38,
Yeah.
Whoa, come on, Joe, come on.
Yeah, and make sure you got your engineering degree in your pocket.
Mm.
Oh, here in Canada, we don't need that.
Oh, if you they pay that kind of money, you gonna need that.
Well, Ed just went out and bought his daughter her own truck, brand new truck off the lot.
Oh, must be nice.
It's not a truck, it's an SUV, Paul.
SUV. Okay.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a 10-speed swing. Must be nice.
Make all that money.
Yeah.
Well,
And
guys,
cheap compared with the prices that you lot have to pay.
you gotta do what you gotta do for your kids. I mean,
What,
There you go.
how
Me-
old is she?
Can you,
22.
Dre? Can you imagine trying to find a brand new SUV for 33,000 Canadian?
Brand new.
Brand new, up the lot.
You have to really go down the ladder. I think cheapest SUV in the 30,000s. That's a tough one. But usually they start around 40 and above here in the States.
Oh wow.
Brand new off the lot. You know, I'm
Yeah.
talking about, you're talking about low budget. I'm trying to think some of the manufacturers that are down that low, but yeah, most of them,
33,
most of the
33
comparable ones are
Canadians. 33 Canadians, probably only 25 American.
Ed's going and pick it up from the lot, brand new off the lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
And
Yeah, I have
how much did you pay?
It came to almost 30, 36 with all the taxes and
yeah,
that we have down here. We have a thing called GAP. Like if she gets into an accident and
Gap
out of fact
insurance.
rides it off, they'll pay
Yeah.
off the loan.
Yeah, they gap insurance.
That was almost like $2,000 just for that.
Yeah. There you go, Corey, man.
Keep on Justin with that low
2025
mic.
Nissan
Good.
Kicks, 22 grand. I know there's a couple of manufacturers that have some really cheap ones, but like I said, you get what you pay for.
So
What did you say it was again?
He said there's a Nissan Kick.
No, I mean the one that Ed said he was buying.
It was the same one as 2025 tracks. It was the
The Chevy.
Chevy, yeah.
Yeah.
RS5 or something.
Yeah, he said here, Corey Mano said that the Chevy starts off around 24.6, Mitsubishi RVR 24.7.
I'll print one of the mini totes, right? Like Johnny did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It won't go on. It won't fit.
Mm.
What the hell?
Well, that's because you're not Johnny.
Might be just the wrong one. It don't look like the one he did.
Good morning, Justin.
Oh, good morning, Justin.
Morning, Justin.
You must have
Listen to
heard
this
them
low mic.
Yeah, they must have heard them talking about you, huh? Or did you have a long night with Matt?
Yeah, Dre.
I didn't do anything last night.
John Parry, an Englishman,
Look at Giggles.
got a
TJ.
hole in one on the 13th on his way to a 4-under round.
Mm. Did he get the car, or is it the right hole?
I don't think they've got a car on it.
You don't
No,
have a car on it? Oh man.
it's a 192-yard par 3.
It ought
Well,
to
you
be any
said
hole he got
somebody got a hole in one, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's what he just
usually
said.
Said.
a lot of the tournaments they have a card giveaway or something, but it has to
Yeah,
be a
but-
certain hole.
Yeah, it's only on one of the holes. There's
Yeah.
usually four par 3s on most courses.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What you got about?
Because Sarah went to her friend's last night and came home with this massive fucking bag of makeup.
Well,
Her
you mean
friend's
she
got
bought all of that?
No, her friend's just got a fucking problem with buying makeup.
Mm.
Went there. She had
Oh, she got it
3
free. That's
laundry.
all right.
She had 3 huge laundry baskets just full of makeup.
Well, let's ask this question, Justin. Does her friend need it?
Yeah. How bad does the friend look?
That's what I was about to say.
I didn't want to put it like that. I said, does she need it?
Just printed
Does
the mini
Sarah
tote and
need
the
it?
top don't fit.
Okay, I'm not answering that.
Yeah.
No, she does
Well,
not.
I didn't know people who buy a lot of makeup, they usually have a surplus to give away, enough to give away. So I'm just saying the
She
person
just
who
has-
purchases it needs it.
No, I guess she's
What
just
file did you
addicted
use?
to buying makeup.
Mm. That's just one of her things, like women who buy a lot of shoes.
Good morning, TJ.
So last tee time today is
That's all.
15:35. So that's
3:15.
another half an hour.
Yeah,
is the
your
last-
time. I'm just saying it's 3:15, no matter what zone you in.
No, I said 3:15:35, not 15:50.
Oh, I thought you said 15:15. Okay, 15:35. Yeah, 3:35. You're
Yeah.
absolutely correct.
you have this coconut oil out?
Well, I'm surprised you was well, I'm surprised that you're surprised, Paul, on that information about Israel bombing Syria, because once again, being short-sighted as we are as a government over here, we were so fixed upon getting Assad out that now you have someone who used to be in charge of the we call it the group we've been fighting for decades over there.
Houthis.
Not the Houthis, the guys who are in charge of the Houthis are down in Yemen.
Hezbollah.
Who?
Hezbollah, yeah. You got a guy,
Houthis.
he's Hezbollah with affiliations with the
Not
what's the
Houthis.
clown? Not shut up, Justin.
Close enough. One of them.
Well,
Close with a freaking H, okay?
the guys we fought against in Iraq, they kicked them out, and they went to Syria. And now,
Taliban.
yeah, Taliban. The guys that got affiliation with the Taliban. So basically, there is no real strong government forces to speak of in Syria. It's kind of like a free for all, just like Libya is. It's still a free for all.
It looks
I
like
got a remedy for all that.
Rory
got one remedy for all
McIlroy's
that.
got his business head on. He started off birdie.
You know these fools know where these. We know where these fools are at.
We
They
always
got
do.
location. They know exactly where they're pinpointed. They can pinpoint them, right? So you
Mhm.
just blanket bomb them from the outside in.
Yeah.
So they can't get out.
But you know how
Blanket bomb
that
them and
is.
say goodbye.
But you know that make us look bad in the view of the world order.
You know what
But
you
you
tell the
guys-
world?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But they
Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop down.
You guys are beating up on the people who don't have nothing and all the civilians that get killed and everything else. I say, well,
Just walk into the
you
UN like
tell the world,
Debo.
look, they've been doing all this
Yep.
shit and y'all not saying nothing. They're with them. We got them now.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop
Sorry,
down, guys.
sometimes
Get
the rain
ready. You
comes out.
guys have a good one.
Okay,
All right,
Ed.
Ed.
Hey, Ed, nice seeing
Have a
you.
good day.
Is
See you
Good
later,
job
Ed.
taking care of
Joe
those
want to
babies.
Joe wants to walk into the UN like Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get that chain.
Yeah.
What
you got
chain?
on my drink?
Yeah, what you got on my drink?
I'm sorry. Comes a time where you just got to kill somebody.
Well, like I tell a lot of people, I mean, that's why we have the UN agreements and stuff, and how combat is supposed to be conducted. But like I said, these groups, terrorist groups, or whatever you want to call them, organizations, they, like I say, they know that we're going to play by the rules for the most part. And other countries who have
They don't play by the
efficient-
rules.
They don't play by. That's why it was such a big deal in Gaza. All these ammunition places and tunnels run under hospitals and housing complexes and stuff, because they know we would not target those areas. Like you said, that would make it easy, but then that's not what you're going to see on the news. You're going to see all these folks who, they just bombed a hospital and all these babies died, and everything else. So it's like, yeah, but Israel, I told my wife when this all first started back, 2 years now, coming up in October, I said, Israel's going to have to fight everybody in the region. This is not just a Gaza and Israel thing. They're going to be shooting rockets at everybody, because this is how they have to show their strength to the rest of the region. They're not going to tolerate anybody poking their head up, trying to say that, death to all of Israel. They're gonna nail them.
Well, like I said, they're a tough little fucking army, though, too. They better watch out.
Well, like I say, when everybody has to serve, Israel.
I said it.
Israel. Everybody has to
Israel's
serve.
like a little mini U.S. in the Middle East.
Yeah. Everybody is obligated to serve in some form or fashion in the armed forces.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying as far as training and just operational, they're very good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're small, but they're good.
Yeah, but my biggest thing is when you have a unlimited supply of manpower and you can train them to these high
Mhm.
levels. That's what makes the difference. This ain't a bunch of ragtag knuckleheads who just believe in the local imam and just repeat what they say and stuff. Israel professionally trains all their people who serve. So they're good at it. They're efficient at it. And then with all the help that we supply, this
Oh
makes
yeah,
them one of the
majority of their weaponry is U.S.
yeah, and like I said, it makes them one of the most dangerous nations in that region. Period. I mean, they have fought 3 fronts before in the past and won.
Oh, did you see Coke apparently is talking about switching all their Coke to real sugar cane now?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what surprises me is that another article is out that talking about doctors are worried. I thought regular real sugar was better for you for your
It
body
is.
to
Well,
process through than high fructose corn syrup.
well, Coke put out a statement saying that the health organization here in the U.S. says that it's there's no actual studies finding that it's any worse for you. And Trump wants them to switch to sugar cane. Everybody in the comments was like, "Yeah, switch to," because everybody loves the glass Coke, and so
Yeah,
everybody got excited about it. They were like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
switch it. Fuck that high fructose corn syrup."
Yeah, that's why I even switched from drinking Arizona teas because they use high fructose sugar, and I know if you buy Peak or what's the other brand I buy? It's another brand that uses pure cane sugar. The pure cane
It
sugar,
just tastes better.
well,
In
taste,
my
yeah.
opinion, it
I
does.
mean, you can have a difference in taste. My thing is the body is designed to naturally break down
Yeah.
real sugar than it is chemical enhanced sweeteners.
Well, no,
Yeah.
fructose is a proper sugar. There are,
It,
I
but
think
it's
it's there are 4 different types of sugar. There's glucose, dextrose, fructose, and lactose, all
yeah,
found in different things.
Yeah,
right. But
Fructose
fructose
is
just comes from
usually
corn.
yeah,
fructose
it
is
comes from
usually in
corn,
fruit.
but it has to be fermented, and
Now,
that's what I'm saying.
fructose is usually in fruit.
What's that, Mark?
Fructose is usually found in fruits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but here they make
here
it
they
from
get
corn.
it's corn. It'll say high fructose corn syrup. It'll say that right on the packaging, high
Yeah.
fructose
Yeah.
Right.
corn syrup, which means it has to be fermented, which means it's a chemical process, and that's it's harder for your body to digest that through your system
Mm.
than regular pure cane sugar.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's why I was surprised that some article came up talking about some doctors were concerned. I'm like, everything should be regular pure cane sugar. It's a better type of
Yeah.
sugar.
What's up, Dusty? Lance,
or
Linda?
beets,
That's all I use in my coffee. The
What's up,
cane
TJ?
sugar.
Yeah,
sugar beets are good as well.
yeah. There's a lot of like I say fruits and things that have a natural
Oh,
sugar.
everything's got natural sugar in.
Yeah. And
Well,
what
In fact,
surprises me,
in vegetables, peas are the ones with the most.
yeah, because I was gonna say it's you'd be surprised if when somebody who's diabetic and they go out and eat wings, barbecue wings or anything, spaghetti sauce and stuff, and they wonder why their numbers jump so high is because the tomatoes themselves is a high source of sugar.
Yeah. And bananas are really high.
Yeah, stuff like
Very,
bananas. And
very
they say,
quick.
well, and people say, "Oh, I've been eating good, eating nothing but fruits and vegetables," but they're not counting the amount of sugar those fruits and vegetables have in it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for him switching it though, because I think the glass
Yeah,
Coke tastes
I'm
10
for it too
times
because
better.
I've, like I said, I've had both, and like you say, it is a little better. Well, for me, it's not the actual, I say, the taste. It's that burn you get in the back of your throat from a good Coke. The same thing with a lot of sodas. When you feel that little in the back of your throat, you say, "Oh, that's good. That's good."
Yeah, when
As in Box Root beer do that all the time.
Yeah,
that's it. When that white powder hits the back of your throat, yeah, it burns.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but but the pushback they're getting is from the corn industry now is flipping out over it.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
So,
I bet they are. Because now that's one more thing they can't sell off.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like Coke being, one of the top, uh, drink
don't see
company, because they talking about
why.
they use it in Coke. They're going to use it in all the other brands that Coke makes also. They're not going to make a big deal about it because it don't make no sense to having two types of different sweeteners for your products. And Coke has about a dozen different products they actually make.
It's
Yep.
probably just because when they make cornflakes and they make corn snacks and stuff like that, the fructose is what's left after they've used all the rest of it up for that. So they found a use for it. Now they're going to have to find another use for it.
well,
Mhm.
Coke's not the only one that uses it, though. I'm sure they're a big
Yeah, I mean,
purchaser of it, but
like I said, like I say, it is in mostly all of our soft drinks. You read the back of the can or whatever you're buying in container, you'll see there using the first or second line, it'll say high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, either that or aspartame or saccharin.
Yeah, well, a lot of ours are diet drinks, like that ton of
Yeah.
diet Pepsi Paul got behind him. It'll say aspartame or some other type of artificial
yeah,
sugar, which is
aspartame is the one they say is
says-
really bad
It
for you.
says drinking
It
these is subject to UTIs.
yeah, well, UTI, but it'll also cause of cancer.
Aspartame can cause depression.
Yeah. So that's why I say, there's a lot of different versions of drinks that carry some type of artificial sweetener for whatever person, but aspartame is supposed to be less in the calorie count
Yeah.
as sweeteners. That's why they use it, because it's all about getting the calories down when people drink a lot of soda. But it's the side effects you got to worry about.
Probably the one that's
Like other commercials. The guy
one
talks
that's
real fast.
the one that's going to be the least disadvantageous and actually tastes nice as well instead of having a bitter taste
Mhm.
is stevia, which is a little plant. And we actually grow that on our allotment, and the leaves are really sweet.
I think that's similar to stevia is one of the latest one. It's supposed to be off of some type of leafy stevia.
Yeah, that's a real popular
That's
one among people.
Yeah.
So a lot of people use, I think, they have diabetes too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We actually
Like I
grow.
said, when you hear those commercials on TV, it's like the guy at the end of the commercial be fast talking, and you hear things like will cause suicide and possible death and
Yeah.
leakage out of your anus and everything else.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
you know what?
and you might die.
And I think I'll stick with the problem because your cure ain't no better.
Right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
the fix is usually less. It's like, oh man, my finger just hurt. What the fuck?
Yeah. I
Just
said,
taking
why
this for a
is
sore
my
finger.
why is my butthole leaking out? What the heck?
Well, when I signed the paperwork for the surgeries the other day, because it is authorizing us to give you the all the stuff, anesthesia. I said,
Mhm.
so I'm signing away that you could kill me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. If any of that happens, it's not our fault.
Yeah. I was thinking of something, Dre. I was thinking of
Yeah.
something the other night. I'm sitting here and I'm saying, I'm 70 years old. 70 years old. I've had a quintuple bypass, 17 stents. I've been shot. I've got knee replacements. I've had melanoma in the lymph nodes. Now I got a skin graft. And I said, never expected to have a skin graft.
Mm-hmm.
And
where they take that skin from? Off your ass?
right on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Right on the side of my leg.
Yeah. Okay. Now what was the treatment for that? Because they removed a layer of skin.
They put
off your
the
hip.
collagen on it and cover it until it
Mhm.
heals. So it's covered up right now.
Right. So is that considered like an open wound also?
Well, it's not while it's draining, it stopped draining. So
Oh,
now
okay.
it's probably to the point where it's just going to be raw, where you'll feel it, but it's going to be bandaged for another couple of weeks. They changed the bandage on it too.
How many staples did they put in it?
Well, not in that one. In the graph, they put 76.
Yeah, I'm talking about the way they took the skin from
Oh.
Paul.
Yeah, it's right up here.
Yeah.
Did you hear Stephen Colbert has one more season and he got let go?
No, I
That's
heard
good.
I thought they terminated him around the spot.
No,
should've.
he's got. They still has another 10 months of shows, and then they're ending it.
Oh, okay. Now
Because
that
he's
10 months of shows they have in the books are his. That's why I wonder.
the,
A lot of times they do those shows in advance.
they gave him one more season, and then they said he's gone.
Yeah, there's so many theories behind that. I don't stay up late to watch that kind of crap, but it's just so many theories that this was
Well,
part of the agreement with Trump to cancel the show, or they all saying it's financial reasons. But
well, he was talking shit about his network 3 days before they fired him.
right, yeah,
And he was on his
that
show
doesn't
talking
help
all
either.
kinds of shit.
Yeah,
And
he was
then,
talking to him about because of the deal they made with Trump. But there's
well,
been
and
several other people with the network. There's been a couple of guys from 60 Minutes. They're all complaining because that's what the lawsuit came from was the
Is
60
anybody
Minute
eating breakfast?
interview. I've already
but
eaten.
Anybody what?
TJ's
That's what it
eating
looks
his-
like, Dre.
Oh, okay.
but they were saying since 2014.
Now they say it's going to stay like that. It's going to stay pink, like it won't go back to the normal color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tattoo guy to do a landing strip and have a plane coming in.
Well, I was thinking you go out there and do a little new sunbathe on the balcony. It get a little color back.
Yeah. I think I'm going to put a landing strip and have a plane coming in, you know?
Well, and people were saying they were like, well, he's the highest rated talk show. Why would they get rid of it? But if
No,
you
he's
look
not.
at it, they said since 2014, late night shows have dropped off almost like 60 or 70%
Mhm.
in viewership. So even though he's the highest rated show, he's the highest rated of a dying industry.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
that could be it all. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of things, coincidence and everything. 'Cause like I say, depends on where I heard it could be a combination of all things: ratings, the amount of money it is to produce the show, this and that, the political fallout because of why it even occurred, and all this kind of stuff.
Well, because they're paying him. Not only that, they're having to pay him $15 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then also they said that they're funding 200 separate staffers for a show.
Right.
Which, that could be 6-figure incomes for each one of those people.
Here's what the skin graph looked like yesterday morning.
Hey,
That's
Justin,
what the
you,
label looks like.
you handle it. I'll be back maybe.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
You see, I still got staples in it, but that's how much they had to do.
Mm.
But that's the only spot right here. That one little spot right there is where it's still draining at.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else is grafted, is taken.
On your next grocery order, Joe, remember to put on a tin of spray tan.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm trying to think of what I want to put down here. Think about get a guy come in and put a tattoo like a shark bite.
Mm.
Dusty said it will go away in a few years. My daughter had skin graft on her legs. You can't
Yeah, I'll probably die before that happens.
But there also is an age difference too. She's a lot younger than Joe, which means her body heals a lot easier.
Well, her body healed and grew. Joe ain't growing no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe's shrinking now.
But I thought about that. I really sat there and thought the other night about all that shit. Man, I've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not count Marine Corps boot camp.
Yeah, I say you have had quite a few experiences. Like that's why I said for me, this is unusual for me to have to go to hospital anything because I'd never been in the hospital except for when I broke my elbow playing college football. I still have the pin in my elbow to this day.
I had a broken collarbone in the Marine Corps. I broke that thing that was sticking out looking at me. I had cellulitis 3 years ago when I had that other, and my knee was 3 times the size it's supposed to be.
Mm.
I mean, it's just the medical things that I've gone through.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, But the melanoma and the lymph node is the biggest thing because they told me you got maybe a year.
Mm.
And like I said, I sat there and you got that empty feeling all of a sudden you're thinking, damn, what's going to happen to everybody? And I thought about it and I said, you know what? It's not about me.
Mhm.
And I said, Lord, I can't fix this. You got to take it. I said, I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
And I got that verse within 10 minutes on my phone. Numbers 14, 17. Now may the Lord's strength be displayed.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I don't have to worry about it. That's what I said. Never
Yeah.
had any treatment, cancer free 8 years. So
Good. That's good. That's a blessing.
I know that was one of the miracle things.
I gotta go check on my daughter's dog. I hear it tapping around. I don't want it dumping in my living room again.
Well, we're sitting at 84 degrees right now, 77% humidity. And out at Mandeville High School, all the parents out there cleaning up the stadium. I think I'm going to run over there and make an appearance. Because they got a couple of hot mamas out there I want to see. I always come back to the hot mamas, you know.
Right now
So
here it's 86, feels like 100 with
yeah.
75% humidity.
So I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to run over. I'm gonna go in the back. Maybe change my shirt, make it look a little bit better.
And we got a heat advisory today too,
Yeah.
most of
And I'm
Florida.
gonna go out there with my short pants and my leg and all my stuff that look real bad. So I'll feel sorry for me. Maybe buy a few more pictures.
He's going for the sympathy. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I might get some more picture money. You never
Oh,
know.
it's going to be hot where Donald's at, man.
So,
Entire Missouri's under excessive heat warning.
okay. So I'll see y'all later.
Later. Yeah, it's going to be hot where Donald's at. Yeah, almost the entire damn state under excessive heat warning.
We're only 65 here, and it's been raining most of the morning. Well, most of the afternoon as well, come to think of it.
See what the high is supposed to be today. It's supposed to be 94, so it's going to feel like 103 or something. Huh.
There's a few people making some moves today. I think Russell Henley, I'm sure that was one of Lance's players on his, his four. It's 6 under par through 13 to be 6 under par and in 5th place.
There's such thing as a fifth degree burn.
I don't know.
I thought it only went up to 3rd degree.
3. Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Rory McIlroy started birdie, birdie, par, birdie.
Dog take a dump in your living room?
No, it's outside. It is outside. It's gonna be out there till about noon.
What's up, Lance?
Brian Harmon's just teeing off.
Lance is talking to you, I think, about golf. He said, I don't have Henley. I have Hatton and Hovland. Or Hovland.
Hovland.
I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Hi, Lon. And Corey Connors.
Instapot explosion. Jesus.
Hey, Lance, John Parry got a hole in. John Parry got a hole in one on the 13th.
So she had 35 second, 3rd-degree burns in her legs.
Is that one of the pressure cookers, Dusty?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy videos of them things exploding.
Good morning, Lon.
The green.
I think TJ's behind the stream.
Obviously, what's it? Autocorrect is playing silly buggers again with Dusty. Either that or he doesn't know the difference between a graph and a graft.
Yes, I would never suggest buying one. A pressure cooker. I've never used a pressure cooker, to be honest with you.
Well,
I use a
my
pressure. I
my
use a
wife,
pressure
they have
cooker a
one.
lot.
Is it? I mean,
Instead
is that a common thing for them to blow up, or is that kind of a rarity?
It's not supposed to be that way. Pressure cooker's been
No,
around
it's
for
got-
a long time, but
They have a pressure release valve on the
right,
on the.
yeah,
So something must have gone wrong with that for it to explode.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, the concept of the product is old. It's just that Instapots is kind of, I would say, who makes them? Ninja and a couple other people make them. It just brought it back as being a more popular item because different cultures, just like the rice cookers, you know, that was never a big thing here in the United States until about a decade or two ago because of the amount of people from other countries who eat a lot of rice. So rice cookers became popular.
Rice cookers have made it so easy for people to cook rice too.
Must admit,
You
I
can't
get a
really
rice.
fuck it up in a rice cooker.
Yeah,
I didn't get
so
until I was with Maurice because the Seychelles eat a lot of rice.
yeah. So the big thing is these Instapot things that kind of are taking the place of the old crock pot, where you cook something all day in a crock pot. You cut that time down by 2/3 in an Instapot pressure cooker.
Oh yeah, a stew in a pressure cooker takes about 25 minutes.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That now, so instead of you worrying about what's happening in your crock pot all day while you're at work, you just throw it in the Instapot when you get home, and bam, you're having the same thing, and fraction of the time.
Yeah, I've never used a pressure cooker. So.
Yeah,
They
were popular 50s throughout the 60s and started dying off in the 70s when, like I say, the crock pot started to come on the scene.
Well, that's it. My mum's pressure cooker was one where it was a pan with the lid and you actually stuck it on the stove. It didn't plug in anywhere.
Right.
You had to heat up with the cooker.
Yeah, it had that type, and they had some that I don't know if they were separate, but like you said, they had a lid that bolted down or clamped down on another pot, and like you say, usually you had to watch it because you could have explosions because of the amount of pressure could be created.
Pressure release valve on the top of it.
Yeah.
And every now and again, you could hear the steam hissing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's finished cooking, you've got to wait for it. You can press the valve on the top, and if it hisses, there's pressure still in.
Yeah.
So when you finish cooking, you've got to wait until when you press it, you don't hear anything. Then you can take the lid off.
And this, Mark, this the British Open they're playing this weekend?
Yes, it is.
And I don't see it anywhere on ESPN. I don't see it on, maybe it's on NBC. I don't see it on CBS because nothing's on right now. It's too early in the morning. They'll probably tape delay it here in the States.
Well, the leaders.
What network is the British Open playing on?
The leaders are the next people to tee off, so they've pretty much all started. Quite a few finished.
Saturday it'll be between 5 and 7 a.m. on NBC Sports.
Yeah, I figured I haven't checked NBC, which is 7:32 now, East Coast.
And then 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on NBC Peacock and NBC Sports apps. I think they're only on the apps. What it's saying.
Well, here I got it on the Open or OPN network. I don't know who the heck that is.
If you can get Sky Sports Golf, it's on live on that. In fact, it might even be Sky Sports Golf also have a are live on YouTube.
No, I got it here on a channel called OPN. Yeah, Sky Sports is just an app. Now it says, let's go to 4K. Well, I'm watching 4K. Let's go. Well, I'm getting switched over to the 4K channel. And the greens look much better. Usually I said the British, I don't know I know it's a weather thing there, but compared to
Well,
the
it rained.
American course,
It rained
just,
about 4 times yesterday
yeah.
during the rounds.
But I know it's the style of how you guys manage your courses there. Like when y'all
Well-
talk about being in the rough, y'all talking about being in some serious rough. Like the
Oh, yeah.
lawnmower has never seen that part of the course.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
And
if
this
it's
is-
not for the gallery trampling it down, these guys will probably never find their ball.
Yeah, it's on the coast near Belfast.
Yeah. Right now
In
they're
Ireland.
showing Jason was it Speth? He just teed off on the 200 and something par 3. Mr. Green off to the left down to a swell.
That'd be the third, the
Hole
third,
16. Hole 16.
16. All right. Oh yeah, it's a par 7. Well, it's got 3 par 3s and 2 par 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing right now.
The 3rd, the 13th, and the 16th are par 3s.
And look like this guy Hovland just did the same thing. He put it off to the left side.
Hovland is a pretty good player.
That's of all the years I've watched, golf over in the UK. It seemed to me, I said, man, won't somebody break out a lawnmower? A weed eater or something. Cut that crap down.
Yeah.
That is just horrible.
They do let it grow up more for the Open. The same as the US Open. The US Open, they do the same thing. The rough is horrendous in that.
Yeah. I just know it's just like, compared to American golf courses, when I see the British ones,
Well,
it seems like you guys cut a golf course out of an empty field.
Sometimes. but these are links courses.
Yeah, I know. At least you got to be precise. But I'm just saying, all the years I've been watching, it took me a while to understand the difference between a regular course and a links course.
Yeah, a links.
Yeah.
See, usually on land that's been reclaimed from between the houses and the sea.
Yeah, we got Westwood coming up on the 6th hole.
Westwood's been playing well for a 53-year-old guy.
But for par, it looks like.
You got Westwood, and Mickelson's not having a bad time.
Brenda said any golfer that wins the FedEx is a great golfer.
The FedEx is different. That just involves like the top 50 in the seasons, and then they just play 4 rounds, and they keep the score. 4 tournaments, and they keep the score over those 4 tournaments. But the leader starts off 10 under. I mean, how fair can that be?
What do you mean the leader starts at 10 under?
Oh, in the FedEx Cup, the leader starts under par.
He starts, they give him an automatic 10-stroke lead?
Yeah.
I've never known that. So basically, it's his tournament to lose.
It goes down the list. Like the second one gets like 8, and the third one gets maybe 5. And I think out of the 50 players, I think the first 20 get a start, something like that. Anyway, I don't know the exact, but it always strikes me as being a little bit unfair when you're already giving the best player a start.
Brenda said it's silly, and TJ said was Tiger Woods in the FedEx tournament.
I think I can't remember who won it last year. but I think the year
Well,
before,
you're probably thinking about back
I
in its
think,
heyday. I'm trying to
I think,
think, was it
you
around back then in the 90s and
know,
early 2000s?
the winner of the FedEx wins about $20 million.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, was it around when Tiger Woods was at his prime back in the late 90s, early
Um,
2000s?
I don't think it was.
I don't think so either.
It's a more recent thing.
Yeah.
I know Scotty Scheffler won it either last
Oh.
year or the year before.
So I'm just wondering, of all the little snippets I hear about his son Charlie, the way he's playing, when they're gonna
He's
put him on the
that
junior tour at least.
going to be a damn good player, that kid. Yeah.
Oh.
Mind you, John Daly's son's good as well.
Is he?
Yeah. Do you never watch the father and son tournament?
No, like I said, I have not really watched golf like I used to, probably in the last decade. You
Oh,
know, I guess I couldn't name you the top 5 players right now. Couldn't tell you.
they have a
You know?
father and son. Oh, well, I mean, I couldn't either. Half of the ones that are coming up now I've never heard of before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just, you know, the names have changed so much over the last decade.
Yeah.
I remember started watching golf through the '80s, especially when I was in the military, and I started playing golf.
Yeah.
And I was
In the
watching it.
when you had
Yeah, and I was
Seve,
watching the end of
Seve,
Johnny Player's career and Greg Norman and some of the greats back there. I
yeah,
saw a couple. I think Lee Trevino played until the early '80s, and Chichi Rodriguez and
yeah,
guys of that nature and stuff. And I started watching then. Then when Tiger Woods came on the scene in the '90s, it was like it just blew up, and it was almost like much watch TV when he played between him and Phil Nicholson and a few other guys. What's his name? The guy from Spain.
Seve,
Yeah,
a lot
Sevi
of
Alcero. Yeah, those guys.
Ballesteros.
Yeah, those are guys like much watch TV because they were seriously battling. It
Yeah,
seemed
and
like, and
a
I say
lot of
what?
a lot of them are playing on the seniors tour.
Yeah, but the seniors tour don't get that much attention compared to the regular tour. And then, like I say,
Well, on Sky Sports, they show it
yeah,
every week.
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Not here in the States. If you ain't,
yeah,
like I say,
yeah,
if you ain't top bill, they don't really worry about you anymore.
yeah.
They
Sky
get,
Sports Golf is a designated golf channel.
yeah, we have a few channels like that they'll show everything, but a lot of times they're showing like little tutorials with different
Yeah,
club.
from the old days, they show some of the old comps. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they'll show you how to learn how to hit with with a
Oh yeah,
wedge and
yeah.
all this kind
Tutorial.
of stuff. All that kind of stuff they show.
Yeah,
But
they do that.
yeah, it's different today. Like I said, my thing is I was really heartbroken when it split up a couple years back when they started that little was it NVI or whatever it was.
Live golf.
Yeah, Live Golf, LIV Golf. I was
Yeah,
like, man, they screwed up just like IndyCar screwed up. I grew
yeah,
up watching it was called PGA, not PGA, PGG or whatever it was. It was a paint company that base was a major sponsor for Indy racing. And
right.
everybody, I remember watching back when Andretti, the Onsers, and all them folks were racing, Rick Mears and stuff, man, and everything else. And then they come this whole big split where some guys stayed with the old system and other guys jumped ship to the new one. And it hurt the television rights and everything else because now you had 2 different series going on. Well, the same thing happened with golf. You had these different players playing in one league and other playing in the old league. It's like I'm not gonna waste my time because the guy I want to see play is playing in a different league and not playing against the best or even his best rival who stayed in the old league.
Yeah,
So it's like, and I understand a lot of it's about money and everything else, but like I say, from trying to be a follower or fan of the sport,
well, it
that
probably
becomes annoying.
it probably wouldn't have been as bad if they hadn't changed the format.
Yeah.
Instead of keeping it at 4 rounds, they knocked it
Hmm.
down to 3 rounds and made it individual and team events.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
And
Just
that meant that they compared through, so they couldn't include them in all the calculations, and that was the big problem.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, when they do things like that, it just causes the viewers to not view anymore, because
Yeah.
now you don't have all the best players playing it in the best events.
Yeah. And we don't have a major now in August. We have got the British Senior Open next weekend at Sunningdale. Then I think it's the British Women's Open or the European Women's Open, one or the other. And then in September we've got the Ryder Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Lon, Tiger Wood had been groomed. I remember seeing Tiger Wood as a 5-year-old, I think it was, on the Mike Douglas show. Well, it might have been 3 years. Wherever he was on the Mike Douglas show in the early 70s and stuff, showing his kid putting a golf ball. So he had been groomed to be who he ended up being from as a young age, growing up.
Yeah.
So that's why when he came out, the Tiger Woods didn't even need to go to college, but he chose to go to college for a couple of years just to put that under his belt to add to his resume. The people expected him to come out of high school and jump right on the tour.
No, I think he went to college mainly just to go in the US Amateur.
Well, like I say, he already played it in high school and stuff. And like I say, everybody was thinking he's going to come right out of high school and jump on the tour. And he went to Stanford, played 2 years there. I think that was just to show that he didn't miss any of the steps, because everybody else came out of college and everything else. He said, you know what, I'll play around here a couple years at Stanford, because he could have went to any college, could have went to one of the better colleges to play golf. He went to Stanford, stayed in his home state, went to Stanford, played a couple of years, and he was still, being an amateur still, and he was still playing all the big events, and then boom, jumps on the tour, and he smokes everybody. Tiger Woods is one of the few golfers in the history of golf where they changed courses because of his game. They lengthened the course because he was driving the length of the fairways at a young age.
Was a young girl from Essex, Farnham, Lottie Woad. She's 21. She's still an amateur. I think she plays in the States college golf at the moment. But she's just won one pro tournament and come second in the Open.
Yeah.
Majors.
Speaking of golf, we have 5 days and 16 hours till Happy Gilmore comes out.
Yeah.
I got a countdown on Netflix.
Is that right? Yeah, I saw it next week. Yeah. We had a local girl here in Rialto, California, which is the city next over to me, and it was Brandy Burton. She was like I say, overnight sensation. We call it one hit wonder. She's supposed to be the next. I think she came right around when Annika was fading away in her career, but she lasted no more than about 2 or 3 years on the tour and stuff. Because I think her biggest downfall was that she just blew up in weight. I try to think that one girl, I don't say girl, but she's a grown woman. She is pretty hefty, but she won a lot of tournaments and stuff. I can't remember her name. I think it was
Dame Laura Davis.
Might have been, I think that might have been it.
She's now a commentator on Sky Sports.
Yeah, I think that might have been her and stuff. And she was a big winner in the tour. But that Brandy chick, she came out of high school, smoked the junior league for women's, and then went to the pros. And I think she won maybe 1 or 2 tournaments. And they thought she might be the next Davies. And
Laura Davis sitting it as far.
Yeah, she just didn't pan out.
she was, I think, in a lot of the pairs matches in the Zoline Cup, she was paired with Alison Nicholas, who was a tiny little thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why everybody liked Annika Sorensen. You know, Annika was very small, still, and it's gonna sound very somebody's calling my name. Sound very what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, she still reminded everybody that she was a woman, that
Yeah.
she wasn't this oversized brute playing on a woman's tour, and just because her
Well,
sheer
if,
size dominated.
if you watch the women's golf now on TV, they are all hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That, you know, a lot of them, especially who was the Asian girl? She went to UCLA or USC. She was supposed to be the next big thing, and she kind of fizzled out real fast too.
Which one?
She,
Minji?
it was about maybe 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. She was coming up, very, very attractive Asian girl, and she was playing on one of the college teams, and they thought she was going to be the next the next Annika. And
There are.
she used to wear those little real short little
They all,
skirts and
they
stuff,
all do.
man. Yeah, they all do now, but she's one of the first ones. And then there was another tall girl who everybody was infatuated with. I think she was from somewhere in Europe, real tall girl. She was supposed to be the equivalent to the tennis girl who was real tall and had all the commercials but never won a tournament.
Mm.
They were like comparing them as, you know, supermodels and athletes.
Yeah. Oh, they are. They're all, and some of them. The thing about it is some of them are high school and college age kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a 16-year-old on the tour.
Yeah.
On the women's tour,
yeah.
But their prize money is getting higher.
Yeah, which should be. It should be.
Yeah.
You know, that's the real bad thing about women's sports, that they expect these people to play for pennies when the men's are making generational money on one tournament. These
Yeah,
guys are
but to be
walking up.
fair, men's sports does bring in a lot more money, though.
And not
Well,
just
that's
not just
because of exposure, not because of the
not-
plays any better. It's just exposure.
and that's not just talking about the dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the WNBA, though. The NBA's been pushing that hard for years, and they just can't seem to get to the level of the NBA.
Well, like I say, it's about exposure. You know, a lot of these teams, even still in the WNBA, are playing in small market cities. You know, when you talk about, you know, everybody in the country knows about the LA Sparks women's team. Okay, that's women's basketball team because they play in LA. How many people know about, you know, the Phoenix Mercury and even the current champions, or what last year's champion was the DC Mystics? Small market, you know.
Well, they say men generally prefer to watch men's sports, and women actually prefer to watch men over women, and that's where it's hard to push women's sports.
Well, my thing is this, Justin. If you really want to increase the market share and everything else, you put these teams in the same market as the men's team and have the women play the early game. Just like back in high school, you had the JV game before the varsity game. Same thing. Let the women play right before
Somehow
the men.
the UFC does. They'll have the women's fights before the men's fights.
There you go. You have your prelims before the main event.
I'll tell you, the last few UFC fights we covered on YouTube when we were watching, dude, the women's fights were more vicious than the guys.
I know. Like I said, I did have those two women fight the other day. I didn't watch it, but I remember watching them before when they had that what's called a fight. Jake, what's his clown head, and Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, and the two women who fought on the undercard, that was the main event, in my opinion. That was a good,
it was the same
fight.
with the other Jake Paul fight too, the women's fights right before that one.
Yeah,
dude, they were beating the living hell out of each other.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's how you gain your audience by putting them on the same bill as the men's, events. So I'm saying if you put the teams in the same cities as the men's team and have them play, and it's also great for the fans who come out and spend this kind of money going to see a professional sport, and now they get to see two games instead of just one.
And
And
like I
there's
said, to be fair, the NBA has supplemented the WNBA for quite a few years trying to push
Yeah,
it.
and that's what I'm saying. That's
But
all the better reason to do that because now the NBA is getting a bigger bang for their buck. Because now you're negotiating a bigger television rights deal that you're showing two games, the WNBA game and then the regular NBA game. And most folks who tune in to watch, they always tune in to watch the pregame show. So guess what? You're going to tune in and watch the second half of the WNBA game and watch the regular men's game.
Yeah, and if you ever watched any of the women's golf, Justin, you'd realize why so many men watch it.
I can imagine. You put a bunch of girls
They
in
don't wear
bikinis.
skirts, they wear belts.
Yeah. Well,
They wear
just
belts.
line. I use the JV and varsity just an analogy line, not to say that their skills or whatever is comparable to that level, but my thing is that that's what we did, growing up. That's the analogy that you have two games back to back for that one event. If you paid to get in to watch the JV game, you watch the varsity game right along with it.
Well, it's like that one female soccer player a few years back that was bitching about equal pay.
Yeah,
But the
Mia
thing
Hamm.
was when you compared the women's soccer team to the men's soccer team was bringing in over $1 billion a year. They
Yeah,
were barely bringing in 100 million,
right. But
and
like,
Oh,
you
but I
can't really
totally
pay
agree.
them the same if that's the case. So
Like I
yeah, at
said,
the
it's
moment,
about market.
England have got through to semi-final
Mhm.
European, the European Championships, which is being played in Switzerland at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it's just
That's women's football.
if you're
Yeah,
really trying to build up a audience, you got to put them in a good market. Like I say, location, location, location. Nobody's going to switch channels to watch the WNBA and turn to another channel and watch the NBA. I said
yeah,
you put them on the same channel, you already have a captive audience. The same channel, same night they play, you got a captive audience. You know, that's just good. Makes too much sense, but everybody doesn't want to do that because they feel like, oh, we don't want to take away from the special feelings of what the NBA or whatever soccer, whatever it may be. It doesn't make it as special. I say if you're trying to grow something that you're supporting, I rather have more bang for my buck until the WNBA is getting so big that it deserves its own television rights and channels and stuff like that. Then you separate. But when you try to just grow it, throw it in there. Throw it in there. I mean, I watch highlights and I see what Caitlin Clark does out there, but I'm not willing to turn to the channel just to watch her play yet.
but see, that's the thing, though. That's the way most people are, though.
Yeah, but like I say,
They
if
would
she could,
rather watch a men's team play. See, that's what I said. Most men prefer to watch other men play sports, and women tend to prefer watching men over women. So
yeah,
it's
but
like,
if the Indiana Fever played a game right before the Indiana Pacers played a game, what you gonna do? You gonna watch two games because there is a curiosity and want to watch Clayton Clark do her thing, and then you're gonna watch the men play right afterwards. So now you're
yeah,
sitting down there you're sitting down there watching 2.5 hours of basketball.
and that's what I was saying. The NBA has been supplementing the WNBA
Hmm.
for years. If they wouldn't, if they're not, if they don't keep giving them money, that league would be gone
Hmm.
because they
Yeah,
haven't made a profit.
yeah, they haven't made a profit. I mean, like I say, because now you're getting some of these better players over the years. The league has gotten better, and there are a few more people coming to the games or whatever. But I'm just saying, just the exposure, man. It's just that's just my thinking. Just like anything else, you got to give people a reason to watch. You got to captivate that audience. Give them a reason to watch something.
I mean, and they say like the women thing is just a natural thing. Women want to watch, big hefty dudes just fucking going at it, It's
Yeah, I mean,
more of a
yeah,
natural thing.
but like I say, but how do you convert more women to watch women basketball if they don't turn the channel?
Plus, men's sports tend to be more aggressive too, which why men would prefer
Mm-hmm.
that over women's because
Yeah.
they're just more aggressive. Like if you all of a sudden had a women's football league in the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it would even ever compare to the men's. I don't know.
Difference in golf. There is no difference between men and women playing golf.
Well,
Yeah.
the tee
The,
off
wi-
the tee box
the
is different.
yeah, not a lot, not anymore. And I'll tell you what, the women are more accurate than the men.
Yeah, I can say the skill set is same, but the distance of the holes are not the same, and that's why you have to change it to where on a women's tournament, a men's a men's long par three might still be a par four for women.
Um,
Now, I'm not saying it automatically does, but like I say, if you expecting them to tee off with the men, that would be a difference.
Well, a men's
well,
natural body structure, they're just going to be able to hit the ball harder, right?
Right?
I
Yes.
mean,
Yeah. I
you
mean,
try,
I don't know any women who are driving the ball average of 275 to 325.
Laura Davis.
Well,
Yeah,
she ain't playing no more.
wait, no.
And like I say,
no,
Well,
Justin, if you ever see Laura Davis, you say, well, maybe she qualifies to be on the men's. She's big enough.
mhm.
That's why I say she was a beast of a woman.
and she drives a Ferrari.
Yeah. I don't know how
Mm.
she fits in it, but she might drive one.
Yeah.
Alon said the lingerie football league was worth watching.
Oh yeah, if that was that wasn't a regular thing though. Didn't they only
Back
do
in,
that right before the Super Bowl?
I don't
Didn't
know.
they? Didn't they do like a lingerie game or something?
Mm. But
Even then,
I'm just saying that if you put WNBA games on the same night as NBA games on the same channel, the audience will start to grow even faster.
that's like how they call baseball America's pastime. It almost seems like football's taken that place because if you look at like a baseball game, just your average, seasonal baseball game, dude, half the stadium will be fucking empty. But then you look at
Mm-hmm.
an average seasonal football game and it's fucking packed. Like it just seems
Yeah.
like football's taken more of a
Well,
popularity over the last few
you got to
decades.
think, baseball, they can play 2 to 3 games a week.
Yeah, was it like
You know,
120 something games a season or some
100
shit
some
like
20
that?
games a season.
Like
And it's
ridiculous.
funny. I don't know if you ever catch the highlights of the games that are played during the middle of the week, and there's a lot of empty seats in them stadiums because everybody just don't take the day off to go watch a game or have that kind of lifestyle to where they can go watch games on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and stuff. And sometimes those games be double headers. So you're talking about sitting there for, God knows how long,
Dude,
18 innings of baseball.
I can't watch baseball. Baseball is so
Yeah.
fucking boring.
And I
I
can
can't
say
sit and watch it.
a double header on a Tuesday night, knowing you got to go to work Wednesday morning.
Baseball seemed to got more popular in some of the Asian countries over the last few
Yeah,
couple
well,
decades.
they've always had a big draw. And like I said, we don't pay attention to it over here. Now that
Yeah,
we
like
have,
Japan's really big into baseball.
yeah, they've always have been. And like I said, but
Yeah.
now that we have more Japanese players here that are kicking behind, now we're seeing that crossover of all the excitement and how Japanese people are coming to America, and one of the main things they do, they want to go see their heroes play because they're not just playing in Japan anymore. They say, you look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers got two of the top well-known Japanese players on their team. Tani and the other pitcher. So they're a global entity now, especially with the amount of times they've won 2 World Series in the last, what, 6, 7 years. Otani's been MVP of the league twice within the last 5 years.
Well, I mean, too, if you want to get that worldwide fame and those big
Mhm.
multi-million dollar contracts, almost in any sport, you got to end up in the U.S. at some point.
Yeah. Well, that's just my point. You know, these guys are
Yeah.
coming because the U.S. always has that. Well, it's one of the things I butt heads with my other conservative people when they talk about American exceptionalism. I said America is not exceptional. We just happen to take the best of the best wherever we get it from, and then we try to claim it for ourselves.
Right. Like, this is why when me and Dominic were talking about the AFL over in Australia, right?
Hmm.
A lot of these rugby players are coming to the U.S. to play for NFL teams because their biggest contract in the AFL is $1 million a year. They can
Hmm.
come over here, get a minimum, what is it, 500,000 or 600,000 or something
Hmm.
as a base contract.
Right.
And if they get a good position and end up becoming like a first string type player, dude, that's multi-million dollars a year they could be making.
Yeah.
There's a couple of kickers that are from AFL teams,
Yeah. Yeah.
NFL,
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
making way more.
Yeah. They make more money over here, but the same
And their
thing.
fame skyrockets too.
Their fame gets up, but how famous do the average kicker gets compared to the average receiver, quarterback? I mean, there's offensive linemen who are more famous than the kicker.
Well, I mean, if a kicker's really good and they're making like crazy 50, 60-yard kicks,
Oh
they're going to
yeah,
get well known pretty quick.
yeah. But I've said how
There's
many
been a
kickers in
few.
the league are like that? Only a few.
Yeah, there's been a few though.
Yeah, there's been a few. There's a guy who I think he came out of University of Oklahoma. He was I want to say basketball player, and he went to the AFL and became a superstar down in Australia. And stuff. So he kept getting so banged up he had to retire. It was about maybe a decade ago. We're talking about this guy grew up playing soccer and regular football. So he was kind of had that mentality of aggressiveness for the AFL, but he was 6'8". So that made he had good speed. So he was just killing it down there.
I mean, it's the same with actors and music,
Mhm.
being in the music industry. When you a lot of them, when they hit that worldwide just ultimate fame, it's because at some point they came to the US
Mhm.
and got into that market
Yeah.
and it just blew them up. And now they're hitting the charts all over the world.
Yeah.
They might have been real famous in their own country, but if you ask
Mhm.
somebody outside there, this singer, they're gonna be like, I don't know who that is.
Right.
But the
Right.
minute they hit the U.S. market, and all of a sudden their shit's just blasted all over the world, now everybody knows who they are.
Mhm. Like I said, our sports teams and everything else have a very wide range of influence. Just like you go down to Mexico and you talk about American football, everybody's a Dallas Cowboy fan. That's the closest team to them. You might get a few Raiders fans, but majority of them are all Dallas Cowboy fans.
Dude, I've always said that the NFL has got its rivalries, but I would have to say out of college to NFL, college is probably way worse. Dude, because you got alumni, students that are
Hmm.
going there, and these are hardcore fans of their football team for their colleges.
Yeah.
The rivalries that go on at college games are crazy.
Yeah.
The NFL, people will jump ship quite often and switch teams and
Yeah. I call them
yeah.
bandwagon people. They jump on the bandwagon.
But with college, man, people tend to stick. They might have graduated 20 years ago, but they're still a hardcore college fan of the college they went to.
Yeah, that's just loyalty of schools. But the one thing I don't like about that, because there's some schools who take advantage of that, and the number one school I believe takes most advantage of that is Notre Dame. Notre Dame could have a 500 season and go to a bowl game, and there's other teams with a lot more better records who should have been going to bowl games or sitting at home. But Notre Dame travels well. They have fans across the country. They sell more tickets than just about any other college in history as far as when I go to bowl games. They'll help your bowl just blow up, Notre Dame. There's a couple years where they just barely slide in. And I said, there's no way they should have got a bowl bid. But people like them because they sell tickets.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear
Mhm.
they're actually giving college players compensation now.
Yeah, that
That was a
NIL deal.
yeah, that was a big freaking just like no back in the day. They
Yeah,
caught
because that's all about and that kind of stems from the decision against Jim Thorpe about because they felt because Jim Thorpe played all sports and they challenged his amateurism because he played professional baseball for a year, a season, or something like that, and
I'm,
they were saying that that made him ineligible to be an amateur in other sports also.
I mean, I kind of agree with it because um if the college is making millions of dollars off of merchandising your name,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see an issue giving them a small or a cut off of that.
Yeah, well, be, being someone who's gone through that, especially in the old days when your scholarship was it, and I
Yep.
tell people all the time, I say, college life is it's a pain in the ass, to tell you the truth, back then, because you weren't allowed to really make any money. And that's why you had so many scandals back in the day about athletes working at fake jobs or fake jobs provided for athletes for pay and stuff. Because just like any other student who's there, I'm not on the practice field or in the classroom 24/7. There's times I like want to go out and get a pizza. I might want to go out and buy, stuff for my dorm room or whatever and everything else, put gas in a car that maybe I got from an aunt or uncle, all this kind of crazy stuff. In other words, I want to be as sociable as everybody else on campus is. But when I'm restricted that I can't not get anything, I can't do anything, that makes a very dull life for any collegiate, and that's why you had a lot of scandals, especially back in the day, about all these different little fake jobs and
Oh
alumni
yeah,
paying people,
yeah,
alumni,
some
all that kind
poor
of stuff.
kid that came from you got some kid that came from the hood, got a college scholarship for football. Next thing you
Mhm.
know, he's driving around a $60,000 car.
Right,
It's like, where the hell did you get that from?
yeah, they say, well, he works down at the dealership. Well, he ain't supposed to be working. He's on scholarship, even though he never showed up a day at the dealership. But it was some alumni who gave him a job on paper, you know, and told him you can drive this car around. It's probably one of the rental cars, or we call courtesy cars that belongs to the dealership that he's rolling around in.
Right.
But that's considered a gift, which was unlawful to have back in the day.
Yeah, I don't see the problem with them getting
Yeah,
compensated. I mean, because they
yeah.
also are taking a risk. I mean, football is a dangerous sport because, like I said, to make it to the NFL is a accomplishment because you got to make it through high school football, you have to make it through college football, and not get seriously injured in that
Hmm.
about 6 to 8 years worth of football before you hit the
And
NFL.
it's even longer than that because I always tell people when people talk about these athletes or this and that and soft and all money hungry, I tell people, I said, where were you at when this kid was playing Pop Warner starting at age 8 and the parents were, driving him to practice, going to the games, all this kind of stuff that they encountered since 8 years old. 'Cause a lot of them been playing it long. I don't care if it's football, basketball, uh, you know, track and field. These kids are starting as adolescents,
Right.
participate in these
True.
events, and it's the families footing the bill, especially nowadays. We call every sport back in the day, there wasn't no travel teams when I came up. You played park and recs ball, and then you played junior high school ball, and then you went to high school. That was it. Now you got traveling teams, traveling track teams, traveling basketball teams. These guys are playing sports year round, traveling baseball teams, all this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I knew a couple people's kids were on the traveling baseball teams, and that was
Yeah,
a pain
and
in
I
the
say,
ass. They were gone all the time.
gone every weekend. They gone on the
Yeah.
road, fork out this money for this kid, and the kid may not even make it. He might not even make it into college, let alone because the college don't mean he'll get drafted. The pros.
Yeah,
So
and a
when I
couple of
my And I hear these people talking about, oh, about the money. I said, dude, this is payback money to them. The way they look at it, this is recouping money for all the years. A lot of these people have been playing or participating in these type of sports events and everything else for over a decade before they even get to the pros, if they make it. So this is recovering money for. That's why you always hear you guys talking about, oh, I bought my family new truck, bought my family new house, bought my family this and that, because they know the sacrifice those families have put in over the years to get them where they're at.
Yeah, a couple of parents I knew where their kids were in traveling baseball. Dude, they were just worn out all the time because they'd work all week and then they'd be traveling all weekend.
Yep.
And back to work.
My neighbor across the street had her oldest son traveling club basketball and the middle daughter traveling club for volleyball. Always on the road, dude. Always on the road. And now they're all grown, graduated college and on their own. And I asked them, I said, do you miss it? They said, we don't miss the financial strain, but the traveling did have its perks, 'cause all the kids live out of state now. So that's what they do now. They go travel to visit the kids. And now they got a grandkid by the oldest, so, but like you say, it was a financial strain, dude. Financial strain. Because I say travel sports are expensive. It is expensive.
Well, it's just a lot of your time too. Like I said, if you work all week and then you have to do that on the weekends, you rarely get any time to yourself.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, Lon talked about the scholarships maybe worth almost $500,000 after 4 years. Yeah, it might be worth that, but the athlete doesn't see a nickel of it.
No, they just get everything paid for them for the.
Yeah, everything's paid for, but in other words, there is no extra money in your scholarship to pay for any social activities. College is some of the most, will be the most exciting years of your life, between the age of 18 and 23, average. That's 5-year window. A lot of guys are redshirt a year, whatever. It's between 18 and 23. It's probably, no matter if you went to college or not, if you think about when you were 18 through 23, all the craziness stuff that you did, all the dumb stuff you did, and all the laughs that you had with your buddies between the age of 18 and 23. And you sitting there in a dorm room and are restricted from doing anything that you really would like to go do or even participate in.
I'm having computer problems, Justin. I'm going to make you host. Do you want to shut it down, or do you want to
Why? What's going on with your computer?
It's acting screwy. It keeps dropping off different things, and
yeah, I heard
I'm
they did
shut it down and restart it. But I didn't know whether you guys wanted to keep going or not. But I'll make you the host.
No, we can shut it down.
I got to battle another Indian scammer in your computer again, like I did last time.
Yeah, it could be.
God, that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I think
we've gone way off topic today.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna shut it down.
Yeah,
we might as well.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here.
All right.
All right. I'll catch you later.
Bye for now.